Hello, this is Tron with Tron Tells the Truth. 1989. My mother wake me up during the middle of the night to tell me the wall is coming down. They're tearing down the wall. Yeah, that was the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall defined my childhood. To American movies, to people who, most European friends, to refugees in Norway. Yeah, one time there were German refugees in Norway. From the time the eastern part was called Deutsche Demokratische Republik, or DDR. Most people who grew up now, they don't remember that. We thought that there's going to be a new era of peace, the end of history, democracy and liberalism and so on. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. The conservative bullshit or fascism is again over us. Yeah. Russia is now in war with Ukraine. They have invaded Ukraine with no reason whatsoever. A lot of people would say oh, if we only said that Ukraine should not be a part of member of NATO, this would be fixed. But it isn't. They went to war with Georgia in 2008. They take part of Crimea already. So, now people saying we should be it's all because of us, it's NATO, it's the West, it's capitalism's fault. Well, let me say it about this. Sometimes one wrong doesn't do another wrong right. I know the United States and the West have done a lot of shit. Well, colonism, imperialism, threatening the system on other states, using all kinds of bullshit to bombing Iraq and bomb Afghanistan and so on. I totally agree with you. When the United States went to war with Iraq in the early 2000s, I was marching against those war politics, same as Afghanistan. Now I had to rally with the United States because we have a war in Ukraine. Russia is invading a sovereign country. They're telling a sovereign country in Europe what to do. You can say a lot about Putin, but he doesn't like democracy. You see how Russia is run, how gay people are treated, how human rights activists are treated, how journalists stand and critical questions against Putin are treated. This is not a democracy. It's a Belarus. The opposition won the election, but Putin took good fix on that and made that his dictator in white Belarus still is in power. Now Belarus also is in war with Ukraine. He wants the Soviet Union back. He wants to be no democracies in that part of the world. He wants to be the ruler of the world. This is a case of bullshit we haven't had in Europe since 1945. We fought in the time when another country just took other countries beside them in Europe was over, but it isn't. This is not funny, and it's horrible to the people who are suffering. I will not cheer people up to make more wars, but also a lot of things happened during this war that I think is interesting. The Russian people doesn't like it either. No people in Europe want war back. We have a history with it. Our history is so fucking horrible that you can't even imagine. If you have been to a historical lesson and read books about the war, and see documentaries other than just about how Hitler again went to power, if you can see how war had been the norm on the continent of Europe. Everyone that's in Europe can have some relation or friends or family back on who've been to war, been damaged by war, or killed for no reason whatsoever. This continent had been constantly in war. Since 1945, we have peace. There are a lot of reasons for that. NATO is one, European Union is other. But also because people are fucking tired of this bullshit. Now this bullshit is back in a very hard form, and it can get worse. So I know there's a lot of things you should been done and not be done, but it's also very hard to sit here and pass judgment on people 25 years ago for maybe they think wrong. Because it's always easy to read the history books that, yeah, you should have done that, but you were not in a situation where you had to make the choice. A lot of people think Putin is having the right to do so. That is, his claim is good, that we should respect him. Well, I say no. What we should respect is the countries in Europe's right to choose their own path, to choose where they want to go. Belarus orientated themselves west. Ukraine on the same. Georgia the same. Most of those countries want to do that, except Russia. I'm going to talk about a talking point now. A lot of American use. They always said that Russia saved us from fascism. They saved us during the Second World War. Maybe and maybe fucking not. Because a lot of the Eastern European countries were under Soviet rule up to 1989. When Poland and Hungary tried to free themselves from communism in the 50s, Russia put troops in there. When Czechoslovakia, former Republic of Czechoslovakia, tried to get free in 1968 and get towards democracy, Russia took troops in there. That is the law. That's how they rule the system. This is the rest of the old world. The old world of bitter old men. Bitter old people. Bitter old imperialist bullshit. You find them in the United States. You find them in Russia, Hungary, Poland, Britain, and Brazil. This should be a wake-up call for all the young people I told through this podcast time and time again to step up, to do something, to vote, to engage in politics. Because if you're not doing it now, this bullshit will go on and on and on. Bernie Sanders will die one day. All you fucking heroes who were old and stood for the right thing for ages will die. It's up to you now. We cannot afford another fucking war in Europe, and we cannot have another war anywhere else. This must fucking stop. I'm 46 now, and I fucking be on the front row of so much bullshit happening to this world. A bullshit war on terror, the horrible war in Yugoslavia, the horrible war in Afghanistan and Iraq. I hope I can get older and not have to be on the front row of more war, conflicts and terror and so on. I want to be in the front row when I see young people step up and make peace. Unite. Stop this nationalist bullshit. Stand up for climate change. Do things is better. Because this cannot go on. Over 120,000 refugees while I'm making this segment. 120,000 people, refugees, are now in Poland. This is only the fucking beginning, people. This is only the beginning. And it must fucking stop. And to the end of this segment, I would say, Russian are people. I will not. If you respect peace and dignity, don't trash the Russian people. This is about Putin and his fucking army. If there live Russians nearby, don't discriminate them. We must build a new world, and we must build a new world now, because we can't fucking wait. Well, this was Tron, with Tron Tells the Truth. This time I was very long, but I'm gonna be back and having a longer next time if things don't stop. Have a nice day.